Thank you, University Choir. So they've set the stage for our Chancellor to deliver his speech. But a bit of a background. His uncle, that's Opimso's uncle, led the advocacy and fought big time for this university to be set up. 75 years on, we are here enjoying the fruits of it. It's my pleasure to welcome the Chancellor of KNUST and Asantehene with a standing ovation. Please welcome Otumfuo Osei Tutu II for his speech.
Joe.
Good morning. It gladdens my heart to see so many faces that I have not seen for some time.
Joe.
Since I became the Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellors and Chancellors, and some old members that I have not seen for some time. Kwame Hackman is here. Kwame, welcome, old boy. Kwame Saramansa, Kwame, my son, welcome, and thank you for Vice Chancellor for making sure all these old faces are here today.
Joe.
It is with immense pride and joy to welcome you all today to launch the celebration of the 75th anniversary of our cherished university.
Joe.
Today we gather not only to honor the past, but to embrace the future under the inspiring theme From Excellence to Eminence, 75 years of KNUST.
Joe.
75 years ago, a bold vision was conceived by the first president of this country, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and my uncle, Otumfuo Osei Ajimai Prempeh II, to establish a university that will serve as a beacon of science, technology, and innovation for Ghana and beyond.
Joe.
Today we gathered not only to commemorate that vision, but to celebrate its enduring legacy and extraordinary achievements.
Joe.
The story of the university is in many respects the story of possibilities, a story of students who arrived with dreams and departed with the capacity to change the world.
Joe.
A story of a vision marked with determination, endurance, and resilience. From its humble beginnings, KNUST has grown into a globally respected institution, distinguished for academic excellence, research innovation, and science service to society. It has pioneered transformative initiatives, including being the first university in Ghana to introduce the semester system as well as the collegiate system. Innovations that have since become national standards and have positioned the university at the forefront of higher education reforms in the country.
Joe. Joe.
And I quite remember when these introductions were coming, there was some hue and cry. We weren't sure where we were going, but then Professor Kwesi Andam's time, and then during that it came, and Professor Adakwa was also part of it as Pro-Vice Chancellor then, and they always make sure to convince me that that is the right way to go, and surely it has been. Over the decades, this great university has produced generations of professionals, engineers, scientists, medical practitioners, architects, entrepreneurs, and leaders whose contributions continue to shape Ghana, Africa, and the world.
Joe.
The university's impact is visible in the country's infrastructure, industries, healthcare systems, and indeed in the very fabric of national development.
Joe.
But I have a concern here about infrastructure. If it is still flooding and we still cannot control it, my engineers, please help me.
Joe.
It all borders on waste management and education, but I know that my university should be able to tell us where to dump, what, plastics, wherever, because we train people on all these things. So please help me to resolve these problems, because other than that, the whole Ghana is going to be engulfed with water and flooding.
Joe.
As Chancellor, I'm particularly proud of the university's commitment to relevance. In an ever-evolving global landscape, KNUST has consistently demonstrated the capacity to adapt, innovate, and lead. The university continues to uphold its founding mission while responding boldly to the demands of the 21st century.
Joe.
Anniversaries such as this are not only moments of celebration, but they are also moments of reflection and renewal. Moments of solemn declaration of our resolve to chart a new future of eminence. As we look to the future, we must ask ourselves, how do we sustain this legacy? How do we deepen our impact? How do we ensure that KNUST remains a leading force in knowledge creation and societal transformation? The answer lies in our collective resolve. As Chancellor, I'm particularly gratified that as KNUST celebrates 75 years of achievement, it is also preparing deliberately for the future through its 10-year strategic plan, Plan 2K35. This ambitious roadmap reflects the university's determination to move from excellence to greater eminence by strengthening academic excellence, advancing research and innovation, embracing digital transformation, expanding global partnerships, and deepening its contribution to national development. Equally significant is the enactment of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Act 2025, Act 1157, which provides a renewed and modern framework for governance, administration, and institutional growth. The Act strengthens the university's capacity to pursue its mission with greater autonomy, accountability, and effectiveness while positioning it to respond confidently to emerging challenges and opportunities. I commend all who contributed to the development of Plan 2K35 and the implementation of Act 1157, particularly the Statutes Development Committee for its diligent work. Together, the strategic plan and the new act provide the vision and institutional foundation required to propel KNUST into its next era of growth, innovation, global relevance, and enduring impact. We must continue to invest in infrastructure, embrace digital transformation, strengthen research capacity, and foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. We must also remain committed to nurturing not only brilliant minds, but also responsible citizens with integrity, character, and purpose. To our students, you are the future of this institution and of our nation. Take full advantage of the opportunities before you. Strive for excellence and act with integrity. To our faculty and staff, I commend your dedication and sacrifices. Your work remains the backbone of the university's success. To the government, both past and present, our alumni and partners, we thank you for your support over the years and urge you to deepen your engagements as we chart the next chapter of this journey. As we celebrate 75 years of excellence, let us be inspired not only by how far we have come, but how far we can go. The story of KNUST is still being written, and each one of us has a role to play in writing the next chapters. Chapters defined by innovation, driven by impact, and characterized by eminence. On behalf of the university, I congratulate all who have contributed to this remarkable journey. At this juncture, I would want to specially mention the Vice Chancellors who have had the privilege to lead this great university. Dr. R.P. Bafo, our founding Vice Chancellor, Dr. Evans Amfon, Professor Bamfo Kwache, Professor F.O. Kwame, Professor E.H. Amono Niza, Professor A.K. Etria, Professor J.S.K. Ayim, Professor Kwesi Andam, Professor K.K. Adakwa, Professor W.O. Ellis, Professor Kwesi Obri Danso, and last but not the least, Professor Rita Akosua Dixon. Their sterling leadership in shaping the course of the university is highly appreciated. They must continue to shine as a beacon of knowledge, innovation, and service for generations to come. I extend my warmest congratulations to the entire KNUST family, fraternity. KNUST is a prestigious global brand, and I commend both past and present governments, management, staff, students, alumni, and partners for their collective sacrifice in bringing the university this far. Allow me also to explicitly thank the organizing committee under the able chairmanship of Professor William Otu Ellis, who today I said is growing fat around his stomach, and therefore you should check on that. For their tireless efforts in steering these celebrations. And now it's my singular honor as the Chancellor to declare the 75th anniversary of the university duly launched. Thank you.
Joe.
Thank you very much, Chancellor. We are very grateful for doing us the honors of launching our 75th anniversary. I have a long list of dignitaries to acknowledge, so I'll plead with you that intermittently I'll be doing so that we don't cram it up. Shall we this morning please acknowledge the presence of His Excellency Angel Lusada Torres Covedo, the Spanish ambassador to Ghana. Also in our midst this morning is the Japanese ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Hiroshi Yoshimoto. We also have in our midst a former SRC president, later became a council member, council chair in this university, former minister for sports. It was in his time that Ghana won the first World Cup under 17, Italia 91. Also a former ambassador from Ghana to India. Please welcome His Excellency Kwame Sarah-Mensah. In our midst again is, and each I mention is definitely an alumnus or an alumna. So let that be a standing protocol. Also in our midst this morning is Nana Mamfehene, who is also the Chidomhene of Equiapem traditional area. Please acknowledge your Saberema Nana Ansa Sasraku Dete. So in our midst again is Dr. J.L. Lindsay Ollins, who is the founder of JL Properties and also the council chair of Cape Coast Technical University, about the biggest company that produces housing in Ghana, private capacity. Shall we please acknowledge him? We are pleased to have former General Secretary of the Church of Pentecost, also an alumnus. Please welcome Apostle Kumilabi. So I'll hold it here, and we'll be doing that intermittently to cut down on acknowledgements at the end of the program. Before we launch the book, we have a poetry recital which summarizes everything we've gone through. Shall we please welcome Kojo Awotwe for our poetry recital this morning?
Ago. Nana Michelle. Ready, Michelle? Miss Wonka. A Jamanso. Free Manso. Oh no, I walk a manson. The manson panifie. I say, or te Wonka will obi manso. I see dance or dance. The same for any say, one dear for, and so the mufwa. Opunini, when Yansani, good year, you be doing it. You're in a soyani. A change in me. Eh, I will walk the over your home. Say, eh, garden. Once I'm not a word, a chain pampa. Ya won sem na yampa udi asempa ti wani munyam empa kache enne ne ho acheche kache nya wani munyam kitikiti bia kadi obeche so mister ache kra de onche mayenche there is a only on him kese kin solomon adwen kese nyansa ensa so de ye kasa e adwenche so wo kasa e akwanche nana mesre wanim ne kasa ago amafwe ago standing on existing protocols, I greet you all. Church, Monanom, Ejanom, Enanom, Nianom. Sir, when you kind to Tino or Hen Yanom, Mime good sounds from my Yanom. Demo was some the day David to say Kubensu to Mr. Monje Namonom. Our world is faced with questions, but I come with answers. Tiene, senken sem way ya pa anka to. Reason sem no kra ankla to e de ayenyo mato. So my be ya free enara. And in the crumpled state of our world, yet in some way be in iron, na ye dia to. From the halls of Indies, report Queens Africa, Conti, Katanga. I come with joy, not anger, to tell you a beautiful story that has produced many beautiful stories like Kofi Annan, Her Excellencies Nana Kunedu Ajman Rollins, Samira Baumia, Nana Otuo Srebo II, Osaberima and Sasa Sreku III, Dr. Thomas Mensah, Robert Onga, James Adote, the FPAC, the Lancer Chemists, the NS Chemists, Reverend Istudanaba, Reverend Kakabedin, Konimo, the many professors, the many ambassadors. Me say, Obisa Senkenye KNUST, Canada so be ambassador, anka ambassador. And this is the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the KNUST story. It's a story of vision, dreams made into action. It's a story of hope, written with an indelible ink that cannot be wiped away by water and soap. Me say, Senkami yo trema, kamedane trene me tetrema, na mabrumu atrama, ne mafoni intrima, atiasie, whilst I beat the phantom from and tell the story of where we are coming from. There be a free banning here from. But we were born out of a royal dream and made alive by a political regime. Natima mufonsu di omuhu jim, omokasai, manage jim. Tisa okhe ya bakwa sema, nananom, amanyofo, anytime mufo, omuhu ajim. It all began when Nana Prempeh the First had a dream to modernize his empire, thereby having a university in Kumasi, its capital. No one tiasie se nyansapo yesaneno badrima. Nimdie ye gudie senkenye nimdie anka ye maino nka egudie. So Nana Prempeh audikai ede akinkai di nanim kai se de be ya dache ne mai emmon kankai ti ohene pon enya ni suade ehunu so besi school pon so that upon be we amani ampon e wo mampon onka se school ne kra wa pon watwa so ako school pon so that in academia on diemia Ocean and Yasia, Nenye Fita Sanimia. Nanania Breako said, Asante Mia no Benya Nimia, Bia Disia, Aria, every sumo Akohunaria. There is a Senim Dia Ukra. Obien to me, but it wasn't long that he was sent into exile in Seychelles. But his dream was so strong that he broke his shells. Carried his shoulders high by Nanase Osei Ajimai Prempe II. A dream that after the Accra route, the Watson Commission was second. Let me pause a second and remind you that in 1943, July, Oliver Stanley, the Secretary of State for the colonies, established two commissions of inquiry into higher education, the Asquith Commission and the Elliott Commission. When their plans didn't come into fruition, came the Bradley Commission, who unanimously agreed to establish a university in Kumasi. Because of the support of the Asantehene and the other allies in Kumasi. And also, the Ashanti region produced almost half of the cocoa in the Gold Coast. And Kumasi was central to the colony. But after further deliberation, it was suggested that the university will be best situated closer to government. So this meant that the initial thought came to a knot. But the Asantehene and his cohorts didn't halt. They kept pushing until the new Legislative Assembly realized that the future generation needs a nation that is industrialized. And so, the Asantehene's long dream had been materialized. On October 6th, 1951, the government passed an ordinance which saw the birth of the Gold Coast University of Science, Technology, and Arts, popularly known as the Kumasi College of Technology. The pioneers were the engineers. It was with not much difficulty the students from Achimota were admitted to form the engineering faculty. 1953 saw the addition of the Department of General Studies, School of Agriculture, Town Planning and Building, the Faculty of Science, and students, Department of Pharmacy from Kolebu were brought in to form the Pharmacy Department. 1957 was the School of Arts. 1958, the School of Architecture. By an act of Parliament, in August 22nd, 1961, it became an autonomous university. So the Kumasi College of Technology became University of Science and Technology. It wasn't long that it was named after the first president of Ghana, Asantehene Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, by the first Minister of Education, Kojo Bosio. But in February 24th, 1966, after the overthrow of Asantehene Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Kojo Bosio, Abo Musuo, saw the school upon the battle of Asantehene. So his overthrow saw his name overthrown. But in 1998, by an act of Parliament, the name was restored. This is the KNUST story. A story that has impacted many. A story that has impacted technology, culture, health, and many others. On a day like this, we say that success is a process. So on a day of celebration is a day of remembrance. Because success has a resemblance, and that is nothing happens by chance. So today, I want to say Ayiko to Nananom, Ayiko to every student, Ayiko to lecturers, Ayiko to administrative staffs, Ayiko to politicians, Ayiko to everyone who has contributed for us being here. And remember, our Vice Chancellors from Dr. R.P. Bafo, Dr. E. Evans Amfong, Professor E. Bamfo Kwache, Professor F.O. Ayim, Professor J.S.K. Ayim, Professor A.K. Chia, Professor K.A. Andam, Professor K.K. Adapa, Professor K. Obridan, so Professor W.O. Ellis, and Professor Mrs. Rita Akosia Bexer. And we thank you, our Chancellor, His Royal Majesty Otunfo Osei-Tutu Abebio. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kojo Awati. Now we are getting close to launching the book. It is my pleasure to once again invite the chairman of the Anniversary Planning Committee, Professor Ellis, to give us an idea of the book we are about launching and what we are to expect.
His Majesty Otunfo Osei-Tutu II, Chancellor of this great institution, the Chairman and members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to share the background behind the conception of the KNUST as 70 book, which we are privileged to launch as part of the university's 75th anniversary celebration. During a visit to Israel as Vice Chancellor, I visited Technion, Israel Institute of Technology, and was presented with a book that highlighted Technion's contribution to Israel's economy through its graduates. That experience left a lasting impression on me. It prompted a simple but important question. How do we tell the KNUST story? How do we adequately document the impact of an institution that has, for decades, shaped lives, advanced knowledge, and contributed significantly to national development? Indeed, I have always believed that the story of Ghana's development cannot be fully told without the story of KNUST. So sometimes I say KNUST is Ghana and Ghana is KNUST. Across every sector of our national life, including education, healthcare, engineering, agriculture, business, science, technology, governance, creative arts, communication, chieftaincy, and industry, and I can go on and on. The large footprints of KNUST are evident. Our graduates, researchers, and innovators have played vital roles in shaping the progress of this nation. It therefore became important that we document not only the history of the university, but also its contribution to the development of Ghana and beyond. From that reflection emerged the idea of a publication for KNUST. The vision was to create a lasting record of some salient parts of our journey, celebrate our achievements, recognize some of the people who have built this institution, and preserve our legacy for future generations. The idea found favor with the members of the 70th Anniversary Planning Committee and was embraced by the leadership of the university. Consequently, it was incorporated as one of the key outputs of the 70th Anniversary Planning Committee's work. The Planning Committee, therefore, constituted a book writing committee chaired by Mr. Elliot Ejare, a proud alumnus and Chief Executive Officer of Smartline Publishing Limited. To spearhead this important assignment, the book writing committee worked diligently to collect, verify, and document the rich history, achievements, and impacts of KNUST over its first 70 years. I would therefore like to acknowledge the invaluable contributions of the members of the KNUST 70 Book Writing Committee. As I've already said, Mr. Elliot Ejare, CEO of Smartline Publications Limited, Engineer Dr. Kenneth Ashibe, CEO, Chamber of Mines, Mr. Kobi Asma, CEO, Type, Mr. Gilbert Amagache, a veteran photographer, Mrs. Abba Hammond, Senior Lecturer, Department of Publishing Studies, Dr. Herman Yebo Adai, President, KNUST Alumni Association, and also a pharmacist by profession, Mrs. Regina Nyakun, Deputy Registrar, Registrar's Office, KNUST, Mr. James Kwesi Obekun, Senior Assistant Registrar, Registrar's Office, KNUST, Mr. Kwabna Kusi Apeu, Lecturer, Department of Communication Design, KNUST, and Mr. James Ebudazi, former General Manager, GPAC, a subsidiary of Graphics Communication. Their dedication, commitment, and belief in this vision made the publication possible. As we recognize these distinguished individuals, we also pause to remember our dear colleague, Mr. James Ebudazi, who served faithfully on the committee, but sadly passed on to glory before the completion of this work. Although he's not with us today, his contribution remains permanently woven into the fabric of this publication. We honor his memory and thank him for his service to KNUST. The results of these collective efforts is the KNUST 70 book. This publication is a record of our journey, a celebration of our achievements, and a testament to the impact of KNUST on society. It captures key milestones, highlights notable accomplishments, and reflects the enduring spirit of excellence that has defined this great institution. As we launch this book during our 75th anniversary celebration, I hope it will serve not only as a source of pride for members of the KNUST community, but also as an inspiration to future generations who will continue the work of building an even greater university. I am delighted that what began as a simple idea during a visit abroad has culminated in a publication that preserves our story and celebrates our contribution to national development. Thank you.
Shall we please give it up once again for Professor Ellis, who is a retired pastor of the Church of Pentecost as well. His former General Secretary is here, so we must make that point. So, the book also presents the profile of selected distinguished alumni from across fields, some of whom are here. Of course, the likes of El Anachui in the area of art, Ablade Glover, Ibrahim Mahama. I see Ms. Sharon Padiki, whose birthday it is today. She's also in the area of arts, but she sacrificed her birthday celebration today to attend. Thank you very much for coming. Before the book is launched, just a brief again about how the committee conducted its work. It's my pleasure to welcome the chairman of the book writing committee, Mr. Elliot Ejari, CEO, Smartline Publications.
Thank you very much, James. Is it still morning or? Good morning, everybody. Your Majesty, Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, our illustrious Chancellor, Chairman and members of the University Council, outgoing Vice Chancellor and incoming Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, ambassadors, alumni, faculty, ladies and gentlemen. Sometime in 2021, our small group accepted an assignment from the anniversary committee that appeared very straightforward, very simple. Put together a book to commemorate for the 70th anniversary, the celebration of KNUST, or KNUST. We had in mind to actually complete the whole thing within months, but the book had other ideas. Little did we know that this simple assignment will become a profound test of our patience, of our collaboration, of our scholarship, and our collective endurance. Nearly 5 years later, here we are launching this book. A book that refused to be published. And looking back on the journey and this remarkable day, and with all these august visitors here, it hits me that we are right on time. Because timing, as they say, is like rhythm. It's all in the delivery. So hopefully in our delivery, we'll realize that today is the right time for us to launch this book. But anniversaries come and go. A university may celebrate its anniversary in a day, in a week. Sometimes a whole year will take us to celebrate it. And the banners will eventually come down. The speeches, no matter how glorious they were, will be forgotten. The program will come to an end. The applause may fade. But books endure. And books are the best way to actually celebrate whatever has endured. So our purpose was simple: to preserve memory, to capture a legacy, to ensure that future generations would have a record of what this great institution has meant to Ghana, to Africa, and to the world. Because KNUST, KNU, I don't know why I say KNUST, KNUST is an idea that was born in the heart of a king, nurtured in those thrilling years when an emergent nation dared to believe that Africans could master science, technology, engineering, medicine, architecture, and innovation at the absolutely highest levels. So for over 70 years, this idea has produced engineers who have built our roads and have looked after our power plants and our grid, doctors who have healed our communities, scientists who have expanded the scope of knowledge, artists who have shaped our visual and cultural heritage, and entrepreneurs who have built companies and industries. Not to forget leaders, political leaders who have touched our institutions as a country. Yet institutions like ours face a natural challenge. The people who make the history eventually leave the stage. Professors retire, students graduate, vice chancellors complete their terms, and departments shift. Courses evolve, buildings change names, and inevitably the memories fade. If we are not careful, crucial chapters of our story disappear, and it disappears through no fault of a single person. This is why I think that we were tasked to create this volume, albeit focused on a very narrow window. So let me be clear. This book is by no means a definitive chronological history of KNUST. That monumental task remains one that probably our Department of History needs to undertake. Instead, this book views the life of the university through a very unique vantage point, that of impact. But no matter what it is, whatever angle that from which it is viewed, it will not survive simply because it happened. It survives because someone cares enough to record it, to curate it, to protect it for posterity. This is the singular purpose that drove our committee, which I've had a distinct honor to chair. The book traces the vision that gave birth to the university. It honors the founders who laid its foundations. It chronicles the remarkable transformation, spatial transformation that has taken place across the campus. But its central focus is impact, the profound ways in which more than 70 years of KNUST's existence have shaped in lives, in professions, in institutions, industries, communities, and across country. As the Vice Chancellor said, it seems as if the whole of this area pivots around KNUST, which is brilliant. And then this volume celebrates the selection of our distinguished alumni. Inevitably, and I say inevitably, many deserving names could not be included. And this was not because of a lack of merit, but simply a consequence of space and the practical logistical challenges that we face in gathering profiles from across the vast places where KNUST alumni could be found, and also because of some time constraint. So many apologies for all those who should have been featured and were not. So don't tackle me when you meet me out there, please. Those in this edition, and I said those in this edition, stand not only for themselves, but for the thousands of alumni whose achievements continue to reflect the values and the excellence of KNUST. This publication is also, at its core, an act of gratitude. It honors the visionaries who founded the institution. It honors the generations of lecturers who taught here, the staff who kept the university functioning, and the students who brought life to these grounds. And it deeply honors the countless alumni who carried the unique KNUST spirit into every corner of the world. As chair of the publication committee, I've had the privilege of witnessing the immense dedication, patience, and commitment that made this work possible. Many hands have contributed, and mostly alumni hands. Time will not permit me to name everyone, but I want to single out Mrs. Mavis Boache, who designed the book. I don't know whether Mavis is here. If she was here, I would have said she stand so that we applaud her for her relentless work. I mean, we gave her almost hell with the many changes that we expected her to make, but her patience was legendary. Together, I think we have created something far larger than any single individual could. Every one of these contributions deserve our deepest appreciation. Yet I believe, in closing, that the true value of this book should not be measured today, Its true value will be measured decades from now. Perhaps a student not yet born will open the pages and discover where their university came from. Perhaps a future vice chancellor, like a newer vice chancellor, will get to see it and imbibe the soul of the institution that he or she leads. Perhaps a researcher will find within it a vital piece of Ghana's educational history. Or perhaps an alumnus, thousands of miles away, will open it and see an old photo and remember where their dream came from. That is when this book would have achieved its greatest impact. Today, therefore, we do not simply launch a book. We launch a bridge between generations. We launch a conversation between our founders and our future. We launch a testimony that KNUST mattered, that KNUST matters, and that KNUST will always matter. As the university advances towards its 75th anniversary and far beyond, may this book remind us that institutions become great, not only because of what they build, but because of what they choose to remember. And may the future generations say that when the story of KNUST needed to be preserved, this generation rose beautifully to that challenge. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you, Mr. Ejare, Chairman of the Book Writing Committee. So a lot has been said about the book. It is now time to launch the book. So that is the book. So when you buy a book at the auction time, this is how big it is you will carry home. Anyway, so we are grateful and on this memorable day to launch the book for us with a standing ovation and a rousing applause. Let's welcome our Chancellor, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II.
Please sit down, sit down, sit down. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ejare, for giving us an insight into the book, the past into the future. And that reminds me, and this is also when the Vice Chancellor said that I've protected the land. This land was demarcated by my predecessor, who was a surveyor, who became the Asantehene and a lawyer. He was working at the office of the Asantehene's Land Secretariat. And so this barter trade between my uncle and Kwame Nkrumah, saying that, okay, you offer me the land and I'll build a school. And he said, I'll give you the land. My brother then was a surveyor at the lands department. And so Otumfuo Opoku then was Matthew Opoku at that time, who was charged to demarcate all this land for the purpose of building this university. That is why my heart is here. And that is why I say that not a piece of this land will be given to anybody. And I have caution because the lands belong to the golden stool. The chiefs are caretakers. No Abusuapanyini has a land. The lands are all vested in the stools. And therefore, anyone within KNUST or wherever it is who condones with the people to take matters of land to court just because you can get a judgment of 1,000 and something acres of the university land for you to go and sell it wherever, I say no. No, I would never allow that to happen. So the collusion both within and outside, and I wonder why some lawyers would want to do that when you are also a trained professional and the land belonging to a university, and someone comes to you to say, this land is for me, and you support him to take to court. With all due respect, professionalism does not necessarily mean that any case at all must be taken to court when you know that this land is for the university. And therefore, those who are attempting to do that, I am not going to allow that, no matter what. No way. The lands are going to still stay there. And now to the lunch. This landmark publication chronicles the rich history of KNUST and traces the remarkable transformations the university has undergone over the decades. It showcases the significant contributions KNUST has made to the development of Ghana, Africa, and the global community. The book also celebrates revered chiefs, stakeholders, and distinguished alumni whose achievements and service have positively impacted the world. I commend all those who contributed to the production of this important book. Your efforts have ensured that the story of KNUST's first 75 years will be preserved for posterity, even though 75 more years that is not being published, so please add that to that. It is therefore with great pleasure and a deep sense of pride that I formally launched the KNUST 75th anniversary commemorative book. May it serve as a lasting source of knowledge, inspiration, and pride for the entire KNUST community and the next generation. Thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the 354-page book has duly been launched by OPIM. So, a loud round of applause. Considering you know what I'm doing, or you understand what I'm doing, also in our midst. Now, in 1961, KNUST transitioned from being a college to a university. The first batch of students of the then university, I don't know where they are, they've played their role, but at least I know one who is in our midst. Please welcome Honorable Hackman Owusu Ajiman. 1961, he was in the Faculty of Agriculture. Another very big agri company is Agri Impact. CEO is here. Please applaud Mr. Dan Akwe. So it's my pleasure to welcome one of our own, Engineer Dr. Felix Atrim, to help us auction the book. Please applaud him.
Otunfo, Said to the second, His Royal Majesty, the University Council, Vice Chancellor, should I say outgoing and incoming? I've seen past Vice Chancellors. In fact, I'm a bit under pressure because I'm seeing my lecturers and my VCs. And so there's a lot of pressure on me. There's a lot of pressure on me. But just like my brother said, Osre na nenim kasa. To ease my pressure, nana mesre wenim enyum to. Ni atunyum kakra, then I will be okay. And that's how the book no mint on. So we'll sing ni awudia beduni wa ye sada. Please help me so that I can ease my adun. Ni awudia beduni wa ye sada adun we anum asemename adun we dia udi abeduni Okay, now the pressure is gone. About 75% of it is gone. So we are going to start selling the book. My whole presence here is to coerce you to buy the book. My basa me beton book no. Na ye nyina ya to ne eko. So what we are doing is that Otunfo himself shall sign the first 10 books. And that is going to be autographed. And so the first 10 books initially when I came in, thought that I was going to start, because I was looking at myself and I was looking at starting it from maybe 100,000, and then when we do that, we'll sign. But when they were mentioning the names, then I said, why are you saying 100,000? Say 100,000 or more, so that those who want to give more than 100,000 can also come. So we are starting the first 10 books, 100,000 or more. This is simple. Yes, so you see, Asantehene says that you are on his land, so you cannot buy that before him. So Asantehene person omkasa, ansana yen ayakan yato. Inti nana we there, Mr. Yamon.
His Royal Majesty Otunfo Osei the Second, Your Excellencies, Ambassador from Spain and also from Japan, distinguished delegates that are here, standing on behalf of His Royal Majesty, on behalf of the Asantehene Council, we offer the purchase of the first book that is launched today for 1 million cedis.
Hey, now what you want here? Yes, you see, the Holy Spirit was working. Me starting 100,000 Aboka. Pressure not conform. Pressure not conform. This is Asantehene. Asantehene. Please put your hands together for Asantehene. Put your hands together. Oh, now I don't feel any pressure. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. Put your hands together, please. Munchia. Oh, you see the way Prophet Ellis is smiling. Hey. Wow. Otunfo. I'll say it to the second. Thank you so much. We are grateful. We are grateful. So now the tone is set. That means that there are, please, do we still have 10 to sign or just 9? Should I? 10. 9. So they've bought the first one, so it's left with 9 copies. Please, I have 15 minutes to leave here. The longer I stay here, the more I skip my heartbeats and it will affect me. So please, you don't want me to leave. I'm very young, so let's please help me. Help me. The next 9. If anyone wants to, I can see some faces. They want to raise their hands. You may, please. Yes, sir. So, the CEO of Telecel is saying that she's giving us 200,000 for the next copy. Please, so, Otunfo, with your permission, if I can walk around small, because Yenjina Falco and Tom Nema, where you did that, I want to walk around because those who sell, yes, please, I like this. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Chancellor of Cape Coast Technical University, 100,000 Ghana cedis. Oh, my job has become easy.
CEO Agri Impact, 100,000.
CEO Agri Impact. Agri Impact, 100,000 Ghana cedis. Please, your books will be signed. Though. Now, 7 more to go. 7 more to go. Oh, some of the students can also buy faith. Oh, why are you worried? Maybe if you raise up your hand, somebody will pay for you. Yes, please. Please, they are recording. They give them platforms. Yes, please. They give them platforms. So please, those who are making the pledges, the ushers will come to you and take your details, and then that goes from there. We'll get a book signed for you. Please, 7 more. 7 more. I know why some of you haven't bought, because you are saying, look at this guy, oh, he's talking, he hasn't said anything. But please buy. When you buy, then I can reduce mine small. So 7 more. Okay, from FEDEMS Limited, we will also buy it for 100,000 Ghana cedis, because I want Otunfo to sign my book. Yes, 100,000. So we have 6 more to go. Okay, so the other good news is that aside getting the book autographed by Otunfo himself, after the first 10, those of us who have bought the first 10 will go and shake hands with him. And then after closing, we don't shake hands with anybody until 2 years. So, yes, please. First 10. Okay, first 10. So we have 6 more to go. Now, 6 more. Otumbo doesn't want us to struggle and waste. We don't have time. So we are dropping it down 50,000 to 100,000. 50,000 to 100,000. If it's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yes, the next 6. Is there anyone here who wants to take one? See, when I speak English, I don't get the money. But I'm Ketchi. Mr. Mo, Cecilia Neatiso, Effie, 100, Abbas, 50 to 100. It is our 50 out to me the back. Oh, yes, please. Please put your hands together. Ultimate fashion, 50,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, 5. I got 5. I can num 5. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Honorable himself, Honorable Hackman, he says that he's giving us 50,000 Ghana cedis. So it's left with 4. Please watch us so when we close, don't shake us because we are going to shake Otumbo. So please, 4 more to go. 4 more to go. Yes, another. Oh, this is nice. Please, ushers, make sure you take the details for me. Yes, please.
Oh, that's not passing, 200.
200,000. Okay, don't pass it. I don't see don't pass it. Or see, on my 200,000 Ghana cedis. 20,000, sorry, 20,000. Excitement, no doors. 20,000 Ghana cedis. Bonsam. Now 20,000, it is 200 million. So, the first 10 gone. First 10 gone. So now, 10,000 to 20,000. Please, just come and pick. 10,000, 20,000. Ushers, please. Yes. Ushers, please help me.
University of Skills Training Entrepreneurial Development, 10,000 citizens.
Akenton Apia Menka University, formerly known that way. Now, University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurship. They are giving us 10,000 Ghana cedis. Please. Yes, please. 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 10,000, 15,000. It's left with my 5 minutes. 10,000, 50. 5,000, 10,000, 5,000, 10,000. 5,000, 10,000. 5,000, 10,000. Yes, sir. Okay, so we have Mr. Wiskudo, 10,000 Ghana cedis. 10,000 Ghana cedis. Please, bonsam. Multineck Enterprise, 5,000 Ghana cedis. 5,000. That is 50 million. Yes. Yes, sir. Awudu Isaka Farms, 10,000 Ghana cedis. 10,000 Ghana cedis. Awudu Isaka Farms. Please, I have 3.5 minutes. So, my apostle, in fact, we forgot to add the engineer. He's a civil engineer. So, apostle engineer Alexander Nanaya Kumilabi, former General Secretary of the Church of Pentecost, and now the area head of Almighty United States of Ashama area. He also gives us 5,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, so 5,000, 2,000, 5,000, 2,000, 3, 5,000. Nana Quanta Kessie, Nana and Quanta Kessie, or see of mine 5,000 Ghana cedis. That is 50 million. It's 50 million. In fact, when you mention the old money, there's some vim. 50 million. 50 million. Yes, 5,000, 2,000, 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, please. Yes, sir.
Frank WKB Cham, 5,000.
Put your hands together for him, 5,000. Yes, we are going now. Frank Bicham. He's just there. Please, he wants to see you. Prof. Please, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000, 10 million, 20 million, 10 million, 20 million, 1,000, 2,000, please. 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes to go. About your mummy, now, Gina, or 2 for any more pressure was about you. On my end, 5,000 Ghana cedis. Okay. Ghana Association of University Administrators. Yes. Ghana Association of University Administrators. Gawa. KNUST. 5,000 Ghana cedis. 50 million. Yo. Bato. Okay. So, yes, Otunfo himself says that there are some people that he is going to take the money from and bring to us. Or say, Onwa Otunfo no ba ko jiskana brain. Ono no ofre oya call the body beba. It was the Anglo God Ashanti. On the mind 100,000 Ghana cedis. Oh yeah, or say Oba Fred Joshop into the 100,000 beba. Or Fred Joseph, we are now a friend Asanko mining almost on the 100,000 baba. Or Fred, we are not for a friend rock show, so no some for 100,000. It is just by course, no, you're not another 400,000. Vice Chancellor's Ghana, VCG, they are giving us 1,000 Ghana cedis. 10 million, 10 million. Okay, please. Now, so we have come down. 1,000. Yes. Okay. So me bacho baby aye do no. Ya beba 1,000 ushers no ko obi wa ampese obetu di nti obeje 1,000 na momo so available. We'll give it to you. But yes, 1,000 last until obeje. But see no the first 10 people now omuto book, the first 10 who bought the books no. Please Otumfo is ready to give you the handshake. So the first 10, please. I'll be the last. Intimbacho, Muntia, Obiambra. Please put your hands together for them. The first 10. Yes, the first 10. Put your hands together. Bonsem. If you don't come for it, I'll take it away. This one. Yes. So the ushers are moving. 2,000, 1,000, please. Just write us on the pledge. Pacho obi magic scan on Nescadie. Obeshana me the co-accountant. Yes. Okay. Pacho beje wine and pesam kochi or 2 for 1 beje. I won't have space to greet. You know that can't. Okay, so make mention. Okay, so the first one is engineer doctor. Engineer Dr. Banini, Director of Feeder Roads, 5,000 Ghana cedis. Thank you. Someone Wonder Tech TV, 1,000 Ghana cedis. Please, Mumami Kochia. CEO Magnet Unit Limited, 5,000 Ghana cedis. Okay. Pacho mumo nsema na engine chia no pacho esrem. Nana Asantehene ebusuapeni. Hey, don't pass it. Ebusuapeni 1,000 Ghana cedis, 10 million. How much you? That's all. Your partners are me left shower. Now, so we have Life Chemist Limited, CEO Charlotte. What's your mind? 5,000 Ghana cedis. KNUST 10,000 Ghana cedis. Utah KNUST. Okay, so because we have a way of doing things, opening in our culture, so we can do the rest later. The auction is ending, but the sales continues. So we have Dr. Kweku giving us 5,000 Ghana cedis, 50 million. So we will round it up here and then we'll leave it for the continuation after even the program. We'll share with you Momo numbers, bank account details, and people that you can send the money to, and all of them will come to KNUST. Thank you very much for having me, and thank you very much for allowing me to take your money. Yami Osra.
Thank you. Shall we please give it up once again to Engineer Dr. Felix Atrim for doing this for us? Don't worry. We're here. Thank you very much. And we are so grateful to all who participated and bought the book. We acknowledge your magnanimity. When the program comes to an end, the books will be displayed at the entrance. Now you can buy the books at the store price. So the soft cover is 500 Ghana cedis, and the hard cover is 750 Ghana cedis. And you know where the 750 is coming from. We are 75 years. So that's how it's going to go. So special acknowledgements once again to the following people. Dr. James Kondria Orleans Lindsay, for buying the book at 200,000 Ghana cedis, CEO of JL Properties and the first chancellor of the Cape Coast Technical University. Thank you very much. We also acknowledge the presence of Mr. Divine Agbejinu Akaba, pharmacist, regional commercial head, English-speaking countries, and country manager for Pfizer. Mr. Bernard Jebi is the managing director of UBA. He is also an alumnus of the university. Thank you very much for coming. Mr. William Ado, a business partner of our School of Graduate Studies, CEO, Ultimate Fashion, for doing us the honors and also buying the book at the price you bought it at. Kingsley Bonsuchirichie, Charity Bridge Consult, we acknowledge your presence. We acknowledge the presence of the Global Advisory Council of the KNUST Alumni Association and the Global Executive Committee of the Association. We welcome you all and acknowledge your presence. We are just wrapping up on the program, but before I bring in the university choir, the planning committee and the book committee made a conscious effort to ensure that everything we do in the anniversary becomes the handiworks of either staff, students, or alumni. So the book was printed by the University Printing Press. Acknowledge them, a loud round of applause to the University Printing Press. Of course, you know the members of the planning committee, all of them alumni, and then those who even designed the book are all alumni. And the cloth we are wearing was designed by our department, our fashion department. They did very well, and shall we please acknowledge them? So before we draw down the curtains, shall we, after the heated engagement of auction, invite the university choir to calm us down, then we wrap up the program. So for the last time, the university choir KNUST. So this is to say that KNUST has played its role. We continue to play our roles. So wherever it is you find yourself in your individual or collective capacities, impact on our nation, Ghana. A loud round of applause to the University Choir once again. So to deliver our vote of thanks this afternoon, shall we please welcome the SRC Secretary Welinam Achu Kunujuro. Wow, I see her accompanied by a whole SRC entourage to deliver the vote of thanks.
From excellence to eminence, good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for making time to attend this August occasion. On behalf of the Planning Committee and the entire KNUST, I am deeply honored to present this vote of thanks on the occasion of the 75th anniversary celebration. Your Majesty, the Chancellor of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the Chairman and the members of the Governing Council, the Vice Chancellor, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, excellencies and ambassadors present, distinguished alumni, special guests, stakeholders, members of the planning committee, faculty, staff, student leaders, students, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today has been more than a commemoration of years. It has been a celebration of vision, resilience, innovation, and service. Over the past 75 years, KNUST has grown from a bold dream into a globally recognized institution whose impact continues to shape Ghana, Africa, and the world. To our Chancellor, we are deeply grateful for your inspiring leadership and unwavering commitment to the ideals of this great university. To our Vice Chancellor and the entire university management, we are grateful for your stewardship and for championing excellence in teaching, research, and community service. We extend our profound appreciation to the members of council, faculty, lecturers, and staff whose dedication and sacrifice sustain the legacy of KNUST every day. To our alumni spread across the globe, thank you for continuing to uphold the values of this institution and for being ambassadors of its greatness. To our invited guests and partners, your presence has added color and significance to this occasion. To our friends in the media, we appreciate your role in telling the KNUST story and amplifying the milestones we celebrate today. As we mark this historic milestone, may we be inspired not only by how far we have come, but also by the possibilities that lie ahead. May the next chapter of KNUST be defined by even greater excellence, innovation, and impact. Once again, thank you all for your presence, your support, and your contributions to the success of this celebration. Long live KNUST, long live Ghana, and may the spirit of eminence continue to guide us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, SRC Secretary, and your lovely guys who accompanied you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for your presence. We will go through the rest of the program and bring it to an end, but some announcement. I acknowledge the presence of the KMA Chief Executive. Please rise for us to see you. Thank you very much for coming. When the session comes to an end, we have a picture wall telling the story of where we have come from to where we are. But please allow the dignitaries to finish their rounds, then you can have yours as well. Our invited dignitaries will be refreshed at the residence of the Vice Chancellor. And for the Global Alumni Association, the executives, and members of convocation, we will go to Impact Building for our refreshment, so please take note. All our distinguished dignitaries we invited, the ambassadors, those in the book, and all our business partners, we are going to the Vice Chancellor's Lodge. So shall we now please rise as I invite the Catholic chaplain to say the closing prayer.
Thank you. Be seated.